These are for Caitlin. So first is just like, how do you know whether the right decision is to pass it or to shoot it? How do you make that decision in like split second caption?
Yeah, I think especially for us, like we played out of a lot of ball screens tonight. So I feel like when you're getting doubled on the ball screen, like always going to give it up because that should create an advantage for us 4-on-3, attacking the basket. But I don't know. I didn't think we played like too well out of our ball screens tonight, but I don't know. I mean, I could definitely be a little bit more aggressive to the basket, but I think I'm just going to try to take what the defense gives me and try to set my teammates up for success too.
And what's the best advice that is given to you in your games?
Nobody gives me advice in game. I wish.
Caitlin, you only get one rookie year, but what do you hope your legacy or stamp on the game will be?
Holy smokes. I don't know. I mean, I'm 19 games in. I think just continue to learn and continue to have fun playing this game. And obviously we're a really young group. So continue to build day to day. The Storm is like the type of team that the level that we want to be at. So like we go up against these teams and, we put together, a good quarter there. And I felt like in the third, we beat them 22-17, but we need to have 4 of those quarters. So, I think take it game by game and, to help this organization get back to the playoffs is our main goal this year.
Okay, you don't look like you're having a lot of fun. You guys look pretty frustrated. I want to make sure that as you continue to get to know each other, like you said, you're a young group, you're new, you're all new to each other, that you don't have frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, like we're competitors, like we want to win, and I felt like it didn't really ever feel great out there tonight, even when we cut it to 9. Like we just didn't feel like it was flowing too well, and but like we want to win more than anybody. Like this is our job. Like our job is to compete every single day, and AB would say the same thing. Like nobody enjoys losing. Like it's not fun to lose and have lost 12 games, and we're not even at the halfway point of our season yet. Like we're trying to give it our all and be able to win every single night. And, we expect to win. So like, we're not going to be walking around the court, like smiling when you're down 15 points. So I think just, being able to find that competitive edge at the same time as staying positive is a hard thing at times, but I think we can definitely do a little bit better and continue to just motivate one another. Cause sometimes you're going to have good games, you're going to have bad games, but it's a team sport. You got to find a way to lean on your teammates and, stay connected. And I think we can do a little bit better job of that too.
First half.
Yeah, I mean, I think I only took a couple shots, so I think I could have probably tried to set some more screens and use some more screens, but like, we turned the ball over a lot. I don't know, like when you're playing out of like a ball screen a lot and you get blitz, like you're just gonna have to give the ball up. Like that's just kind of how it rolls. And I don't know. I think I could find ways to get the ball back a little bit, but like at the same time, like we were still doing some really good things out of the ball screen there, and especially when we cut it to 9 points to start the fourth quarter. But I think we have to find a way to continue to be more consistent and set and use screens and continue to flow a little bit better in offense. And we had been doing a better job of that, but I didn't feel like tonight was like our best. You ask some Aliyah question. Ask Aliyah a question.
Aliyah, how much more is it going to help you guys to keep practicing? Like you still will not have that many practices.
I mean, I think that's only going to help us improve. I think we had 2 great practices before coming out here. So we were able to translate a little bit more when we had to mix, but I mean, it's always going to be better.
Question for both of you, being able to see tonight, just having the NBA support as a whole, I mean, so much, what's your, how many games into that?
Yeah, I think it looks great. When the NBA players come, I think that's great that they're showing their support. Because I think when the basketball's on the rise, they want to see great basketball, and I think coming watching us is a great example of that, and so it's great.
For either of you, it's 22 turnovers and Seattle 27 points off that. Just what were they doing well to close those?
I mean, we know they're an aggressive team, but I think some of the turnovers kind of just came off our own doing. I mean, I had a few just not making the right reads, especially out that ball screen action, and so just being able to just take one more second and honestly read what the defense is giving me. I think a couple times I tried to go high low to list, and I probably should just kicked it out to the strong side corner because they were sitting in a little bit and they're pretty long in the post. And so just being able to control what we can control, and that's our pace and just making sure that we're making the right decision.
Christie, I just want to talk about having Temi back. Obviously, she had an impact in this game, and just what does it mean, to have her? It's been a month or so since she's played, and how does that help going forward?
Yeah, really happy with where she was tonight. I mean, she just brings a spark. She brings a spark on both ends. 4 for 5 tonight, 7 rebounds, in 19 minutes. She's got to get her feet under. She did, have some fouls, but that's expected. But she's going to give you all she got. So really, just great to have her back.
Was this just a tough game in terms of, guarding Lloyd, especially? I mean, nobody in the league really has found an answer to that. But was this just tough, with how good their guard play ended up being offensively for you guys to be able to stick with them?
Yeah, Seattle is a great team. They're playing well. They've got great players. They play hard. They're one of the top 2 teams in defense. They just make everything really hard, really hard. We turned the ball over 22 times, and that's give them credit. They're making every pass hard. And we just have to do a better job of matching that. When they put that pressure on us, we've got to be able to not know that we're not going to go A to B. You're gonna have to set things up more, be a little bit more physical, sprint to screen more. We just have to match their physicality.
Thank you.
Yeah, you mentioned the turnovers. I know you harp on those a lot. Just 22 turnovers for, I believe it was 27 points for Seattle. How did that define the game?
I think that was the game. We ended up shooting 45%. We won the last 2 quarters. We beat them on the boards. We had 20. How many assists do we have? 21 assists on 29 baskets. The stats. You wouldn't think of it. It's the turnovers. It's the turnovers and those easy buckets that we're giving up. That's the game.
Christie, I know that it's frustrating to lose this much. Your team is still so young and they're still learning each other in a lot of ways. How do you make sure that their frustration does not overtake them and become the dominant emotion?
Yeah. I think what we weathered earlier in our season with that tough schedule, it kind of set us up and got us, these guys kept showing up and doing exactly what we asked them to do. That's on me and my staff to make sure that they're showing up every day, finding a way to get better. We're going to go back and we're going to watch this game, figure out how we can get better to get ready for Phoenix. But they are young. They're the least experienced team in the league. We've got a lot of growing up to do. That's just what it is. The expectations from the outside, the noise from the outside, it doesn't help. But we have to stay connected, stay together, keep growing, keep getting better, keep finding ways to improve our game.
Jewell had 30 points in each of the last 2 matches you played in this. What kind of defensive adjustments have you tried to make in game, or what you tried to do if it didn't work?
Yeah, we were switching, we were trying to read her at times, we were trying to, we didn't make her uncomfortable. She was very comfortable, she was hitting tough shots. She's a great player. Jewell Lloyd's one of the best players in this league to play the game. And she just got hot early, and we didn't do anything, we've got to do some different things to slow her down. That's on me. We hit we missed some early shots in that first quarter. I think we left eight points on the board, with some layups. We ended up scoring 21 points, but we gave up 30. So we get those points, get a couple stops. That, we've just got to match them. They're one of the best teams in the league.
Last 2 on Zoom, Matt and George.
Yeah, hi, Christie. Caitlin tonight made some really excellent passes in some really tight windows, and there were other types of those passes that got picked off by the defense. I guess just how would you evaluate the aggressiveness of her passing tonight?
Yeah, she's talk about it all the time. She's a hell of a passer. She sees windows. She sees open teammates before they realize they're open. I think sometimes, we just gotta be ready. I think she came off a couple times. And, we just gotta be ready for those passes. We've gotta make harder cuts where she sees it. But we also have to know, like, when some of those passes aren't there, like, I have all the confidence in the world for her to not, just to hold on to it and then make a second action out of it.
George, last one.
George Guay from the Just Say Guay Sports Podcast. Coach, next game you're hitting that midway point of the season with this group against Phoenix. What's been the thing that's made you most proud of this group? Like you said, because there have been things that the team's had to deal with a lot of expectations that, those teams don't.
Showing up, man. They could have gotten really down and just kind of scattered. And I am so proud that they kept showing up. We're getting better. Offensively, we're middle of the pack in the league. We've got to do a much better job against these. I mean, this is who we're trying to be. We're trying to be the Seattles and the Phoenixes and the Vegases. That's who we're aspiring to be. And so we've just got to learn from this game, but just keep getting better. We got to just keep getting better.
See, I feel like most every Caitlin says something about I need to do a better job hunting my shot. Do you want her to shoot more? Do you feel like she's not taking enough shots?
Yeah, Caitlin Clark needs to shoot at minimum 15 shots a game for us. I mean, she's got to get shots. We've got to do a better job of setting her up and setting some really good screens for her to get her open. The way people guard her, it's tough because she's getting redded. So once the ball's out of her hands, she's setting the rest of our team up for some really great looks. But when we're not able to finish those, we've got to make sure we're going back and trying to get her back to that ball, getting that ball back in her hands at times.
Do you want her to be able to be setting screens for her to come up instead of just ball screens? Like for her to just come up, shoot, catch, like she didn't do that a lot. But she always had a ball in her hands.
Yeah, I mean, the way team's a player, I mean, if she gets a ball screen, they're just going to do everything to take it out of her hands. They're going to let her. I mean, that's what she's getting every time. She's getting some pretty good looks when she's off the ball, but we like her on the ball, so we just got to figure out how to manage the two.